Hey, friends. At dinner, Frank scans the scene, focusing on protecting Rachel and thinking, forget emotions. Frank meets old colleague Bowman, here to check up as you's coming. The dinner star, the fabulous Rachel. Spotting Frank chatting with Bowman, a woman strolls over, impressed to find out Bowman is also a bodyguard. See Small World. That rejection was a bit too suave. Rachel almost played along, while Frank, oh man, was heartbroken and made his exit. Rachel pushes Bowman away, tells Tony to take him out amidst the chaos, and fails to notice Frank's departure. Ah, despite revenge, he's still down as he loves Bowman, so he took him home. While staying home, Frank's mind is a circus, and Rachel is quietly nursing her heartbreak too. Subtitles. On a new day. During breakfast time, Rachel deliberately moves close to Frank to sneak some bites, hoping to catch his attention, which eventually turns into some clever flirting. Frank discovers Rachel is missing, frantically dials for info, only to turn around and spot her shopping with Tony. Guess she was too riled up to care. At this point, only Bill can mediate, while Frank storms off to keep busy. While Frank is checking things out, he spots a stranger squatting and smoking. The guy says a few words, and bam. Frank's not in the mood and clocks him. Can't blame him, he's just picking up his wife. Linked to Rachel. Annoying. Rachel gets a call, thinks it's her son, and bam. Another creepy threat call comes in. At this point, Frank's made the bold choice to quit. He's only covering until LA, and then it's all new faces. Bill tells him of Rachel's threat call, but Frank is decided, lost in thought on the balcony. Staring at the distance, lost in thought, he spots his leading lady, Rachel, and she's looking pretty anxious. Then she opens up, asking Frank to protect her and her son, but Frank replies the way any confused hero would, I'm not really in a position to protect you right now. His feelings for Rachel are hidden, but not to be shown now. Under pressure, Rachel agrees to follow him. Frank senses danger and decides to take Rachel away. Oh, the performance is cancelled. He gathers Rachel, her son, and his sister with the driver, heading to his old home, which looks like a winter wonderland. He arranges for old colleagues to find the culprit and lets Rachel return to work. She's beaming, chatting with Frank's dad. Frank's dad doesn't recognize Rachel and even apologizes out of touch too long, but he knows she's great. After all, it's his son protecting her, and sure enough, he's the best. Dinner turns into a lovely gathering, listening to the old man's tales of Frank's youth. Frank escorts Rachel to her room at night, time for bed. Late at night, his sister, Nikki, sneaks up on Frank, but gets a hard pass from him. Oh, poor Nikki. The sisters could have made it work together, so why does Frank play favorite? The next day, Frank and his dad are on patrol when suddenly they spot suspicious footprints. Looking from afar, Fulgur has started that boat. Frank senses danger, dashes to Fulgur. The kid slides out. Frank jumps after. He drags Fulgur into the water and swims frantically to shore. Suddenly, Rachel's pursuers arrive. Everyone is hurriedly packing their belongings, getting ready to leave right away. What an exhilarating moment. Dad discovers that someone has cut the phone lines and the cars are completely unable to start. Oh no? Well, no way, they can hit the road at night. They'll have to wait until tomorrow to leave. After dark, Frank sits in the living room, gun in hand, watching all around. Then he spots Nikki, just drunk alone. Frank walks over. Nikki reveals a hired killer, but says he didn't mean to harm Fulgur. Oh my. Frank wants to know who she hired, but Nikki doesn't have a clue. The assassin's fees been accumulating piece by piece. Well, none of those letters were her doing, but they sure revealed her feelings. See, she's jealous of her sister. She coldly hires a hitman, not wanting to hurt the kid. Oh, what a mess. Nikki hopes Frank will stop the assassin, but Frank just gets up and walks away. Suddenly, he hears a strange sound, bolts to Rachel's room, and downstairs, Nikki gets shot. Frank leaps from the window just in time to spot the shooter. It's a chase. Into the forest they go. In the dark night, seeing stuff, he uses sounds to locate. Frank closes his eyes, listening intently. Turns out it was a pro hitman, but he lets him slip away. The next morning, Frank gets a call from his colleague. They caught the letter writer, a crazy Rachel fan. His closet's full of her posters and memorabilia. While insane, he has a 4WD that appeared outside her mansion. Bad news, Rachel's manager Nikki was killed. These threat letters and the hitman are somehow connected. Rachel hears the news and she is absolutely crushed. A funeral is held for Nikki. Rachel, drinking alone in her room, knows the Oscars are near. Despite the danger, she is determined to go. After all, she earned her success, not stolen it. Frank checks backstage, meets old colleague Bowman. Bowman says he's taken a short gig as a host bodyguard. Frank looks around and bam, an intuition strikes. He quickly signals Tony, sensing that when Rachel takes the stage, the hitman will strike, because that would create quite a scene. Security pulls Frank aside, informing him that radios can't be used, hearsay interference galore. Frank rushes backstage to tell Rachel his premonition, but she insists on going on stage. Everyone's in a rush now, and remember to subscribe. Folks, see more thrilling tales await you.